Hey, this is Cheryl Brigham with Designs by Cheryl B. And I'm back today to start decorating the autumn journal, which we worked on in the tutorials that I posted previously. And of course, it doesn't have to be an autumn themed journal. These tips apply to any of the junk journal making. So, getting started on decorating, and as I said before, I've been laying out, collecting pieces, cutouts, ribbons, decorative ideas all year long. So the first thing I want to say is you want to lay some different scenarios out, experiment before you start gluing to make sure you get the right mix, to make sure it's not something you're going to change your mind, because I have inevitably done that, and it's really hard, of course, and can ruin your journal if you go back to try to remove things that you have already glued. On the other hand, though, that's one of the beauties of junk journaling, is that no matter pretty well how bad you goof up, you can kind of most of the time fix it, because we're dealing with layers, and we're dealing with gluing things on. So as you remember from the other tutorials, I had some glue spots on the front of this cover, which those are going to be covered. And another reason that you want to lay out some different ideas is because you are working in layers, and you need to see what needs to be glued when. Like, I just laid this out and I really like it. So I've got two layers here now, a cutout and some fall leaves. But I realized that I want to trim the cutout in a matching ribbon. So now I know that that's got to be the second step, rather than the leaves, and I want to do that all the way around. So it's about experimenting. It's about laying out your different ideas. And I have some other pieces that I'm going to try here. I have a little fairy cutout and a doily. I have this crocheted piece that I made, and I'm thinking that it would make a nice edging, but I'll have to see as I go. Like I said, I've got to layer all this stuff and see what works. So experiment, play around with your cover, and have fun with it. And be sure before you start gluing that you have got all your layers and ideas worked out. Okay, that's it for getting started on the cover. Thanks for joining me. Okay, I'm starting to decorate the cover now, and it's a good thing I experimented. I tried different things because I've changed my mind at least 10 times, but now I know where I'm headed with it, and so I have put on the layer of leaves. Underneath that, I put on this vintage bias tape in the same color. And now I am working on a gold cord edging that's also vintage cord. And I'll be adding all these goodies, this crocheted piece, and I found this vintage brooch with, similar colors, and I've got lots of other pieces of jewelry here, and raffia and matching ribbons, and all the rest of this will definitely be on the cover. The fairy I cut out, and another vintage brooch, and a necklace in matching colors, and this doily, and then this little raggedy bow that I made that matches the crochet piece. So it's coming along, and looking forward to showing you more. Okay, I'm back, and my cover on the autumn journal is all decorated now, and it's really starting to come together. So just do some close-ups here so you can have a look at what I did. I talked about layering earlier in the video, and trying different scenarios, because you've got to know what you're going to do before you start gluing. So I got the layers down, started with a card print of a chrysanthemum, and then I lined that with the bias tape. I got the leaves onto the edge, then I added the crochet piece on top of that, I added a crochet doily, and then the fairy, she's a cutout, and I added a beautiful necklace in fall colors, and then ribbons to match the crocheted edging over here, uh, gold ribbon uh, cord around the edges, and then I finished off with some shimmery matching ribbons. So it's very exciting. Got the cover done, and now you can decide whether you want to leave it as a beautiful blank journal. It's beautiful as it is. And like I said, those messy places I had, they're all covered up now. You can see the binding on the back, and you can cover that over with material or paper or whatever you're working with if you don't like the stitches. I like the raw stitches. Most of the time I leave them unless I've just got them really crooked. But so the pages are all in, and it's over 100 pages, and it's filled with folders and envelope folders that can be decorated. So I'll probably keep this one for myself, but because I love fall and this is very special to me. So anyway, you can decide if you want to decorate it or leave it blank, and it'll make a keepsake, a beautiful gift. They're so fun to do, and I really enjoyed doing this one and sharing these tips with you. I will do some more tutorials on decorating, but it probably won't be on this particular journal. So look forward to seeing you again, and thanks for joining me. This is Cheryl B with Designs by Cheryl B.